Right, so this is my iPhone rig fully finalized. And this is the most important part, because this power bank finally makes the whole thing usable, including a wireless mic and an SSD, recording in ProRes RAW on the iPhone. So let's talk about all the parts. Well, it's been a while since I talked about iPhone related stuff. And the reason is too many projects, and I had to test a lot of things because I had issues with my setups with the iPhone, especially if you want to connect external hard drives and audio, you run into issues. And it comes down to the power source and the right cables and adapters, because USB-C on the iPhone is a bit tricky. In terms of power management, the iPhone wants to protect the battery and overall overheating and stuff like that, so it really restricts power output of the USB-C. So I bought quite a few of adapters and cables. Also, it comes down to the hubs, because you need a hub that is lightweight, small, made for the iPhone. And yes, I used this SmallRig hub before and it seemed to be fine, but is a bit limited in terms of mounting options with this little clamp here. Because it's only one direction, so to speak. The other solution comes from Neewer. This is interesting because it's basically a two-part solution. This is the hub, and it comes with this little mount here, which is an interesting solution. It's USB-C 10 gig because it's basically made for the iPhone 15. So it's a little bit older. Sometimes it's also harder to find and get, but I think it's the more elegant solution. Has 3 ports and a power in. This is really essential. Your hub needs a power in. And then there comes adapters to connect all these stuff. Now, this is only 10 gig, but the output or input of the iPhone is 20. So I searched all over the place, I found those. I have links below. Those work really great in terms of size and speed. They can handle that. And I also have this one. This is a USB 3.1 10 gig. This is basically the standard of this hub. And this one goes onto the hub. Again, links below. Hopefully it's still available. It's also sometimes tricky to get those. Make sure go for USB 3.1 10 gig to connect this hub. This is essential. Next up is the power. Again, if you want to connect more than just a drive, you need an external power source, because the iPhone just can't provide power for an hub, the drive and the microphone doesn't work. And I use other power banks like this one. I was looking for something lightweight, small, not too big and heavy, with enough power. But this one, even though it is overall a nice MagSafe power bank, it doesn't provide enough output. You really need something that can deliver more than 15 watts on the USB output. So I found this one. This is not too big, not too expensive, but can deliver more than 15 watts. I think it's 30 or 45 on the USB-C outputs, which is essential. Has a little bit more juice, but again, is not too big. I put a metallic plate on the back so I can have this on a tripod or mount other MagSafe accessories on there. Now, in terms of mounting stuff, I tested a few accessories. So the only real solution I found is this from Neewer as well. It's not sponsored. I bought everything what you see here. Sometimes also hard to find. It's not perfect, but for my setup here, for a smaller, easy to set up, quick setup, it works fine. I will test it with the SmallRig Cage in a minute as well. So basically the hub goes down here with this nice little adapter. Have the cable coming around here, and the power bank goes basically here with the port down here. I might switch it around depending on how the phone works, and then I just connect the two adapters so I can connect the drive maybe down here, doesn't really matter, and the microphone here. This is basically the SmallRig S70, which is really a nice wireless microphone set. I have a link to a comparison to the Hollyland set, and I think the SmallRig is the better one. And then we have the power cable. Doesn't really matter too much. Power cable is not too essential, but I have this Ukraine one, which is nice. Again, everything is linked below. It's a little bit longer, so I have a little bit more options, so to speak. And now the phone goes here. Now what is essential as well, to connect the battery to the hub first, so the power connection is established, so to speak. This adapter, I only have to measure the output. You could connect the battery bank by itself, but again I will connect it to the adapter so we can see how much power is drawn. So everything is connected, drive, the microphone hub to the power bank, and now you can connect it to the phone. So the power connection is established. And this right angle adapter is also essential to get this right. And there you have it. And now you can start Blackmagic Camera app. Now I can connect media, and also going to audio. And let's see if sometimes it takes a bit to get recognized. See, this is the perfect example. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. You have to restart the camera app sometimes. Audio, now it's there. I can ProRes RAW, of course. OpenGate, and the good thing about the new update of the Blackmagic Camera app, I mean, it's out there quite a bit. You can have stabilization even with ProRes RAW, even though it's cropped in, but again, now it only needs like 5 watts or something like that. In my earlier test it needed like 17, almost 18. So it really depends on how much power the iPhone has and how much power it draws. It really is tricky. The power management with the iPhone is a tricky thing, and sometimes it works, sometimes not. Sometimes it needs a lot of power, sometimes it needs less power. So it really is a little bit tricky. But again, with the right amount of power output of the USB-C power bank and the right connections, cables and adapters, you are on the good side. I tested it the last few days and even before, and I got like 30 minutes non-stop ProRes RAW recording to this Lexar drive with audio, no audio issues. With a smaller setup with this power bank, I really had dropouts with those microphones recording ProRes RAW. It was just little dropouts. It doesn't show up on the level meters. You don't really see it. There's no real way to monitor that as well, which might be an issue. So it ruined like 2 shoots, and then after that I stopped using it basically and tested all kinds of adapters. let's try another approach using the cage from SmallRig. I really like this cage because it basically works even with this Neewer case. I have to remove the back plate for this though. So now I can put this hub up here. Now it gets a bit tricky because now I need another adapter. I have others like this one because now I need to get inside here. And let's try the wide one because it's smaller. So now I'm using this MagSafe. Yeah, I mean, cable management is a bit of an issue with those kinds of rigs. Right, let's see if I start up the iPhone, the Blackmagic camera app, if everything is there, still connected. Yes, audio. Yeah, I have to switch to the mic. Recording, media, files, all there. Camera, and it is recording. So yeah, this works too, as you can see. A little bit of a more professional setup. I mean, again, cable management. So let's see if I can connect, stop recording, if I can connect this filter adapter. It should work. I didn't test it. Yes, it does. Which is fine. Going for my favorite ND, and yeah, it kind of works. So that's why I was looking for a smaller battery bank in order to have this on there. Again, I'm not too happy with this cable here. This is a mess now. Again, here's one that is quite good because it's PD 100, so can provide 100 watts. Let's see if I can connect this a little bit better. I mean, it's still quite long and now it sticks out. See, there's also the issue with all those cables and management. I'm not really too keen about all that. I have so many adapters and cables. Something like that. I mean, yeah. Let's see if everything works. ProRes RAW. Audio is there. Media is there, of course. I mean, everything kind of gets hot anyways. This is now a setup that works, and you can have a tripod mount, second handle, even with start-stop if you want. I mean, the SmallRig ecosystem for that kind of stuff is nice. Let's see how much power it draws. 8.1. Now, it is more than before. It was 5 before, now it's 8. Yeah, again, the iPhone is full now, so it doesn't draw too much power. Let's test the drive speed. Now the drive is quite full. Quite good, actually. Yeah, this is quite good. 1,000 writes. Gets the speeds. So again, this is the second setup. This video is now longer than I thought. Was meant to be a quick update in terms of what I really recommend in terms of cables, adapters, and battery banks. Again, make sure you have the right adapters. Go for USB 3.1 adapters, 10 gig and 20 gig. I link everything below as far as I can find it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what tools or battery banks or adapters or cables or hubs you use and how they work. And since it's after midnight, not back to work, it's back to bed. Good night and good luck. Tschüss!